Well, we're here at Reading Standard Motorsports because 20% of the DUI crashes involve motorcycles. Per vehicle mile traveled in 2019, motorcycles were about 29 times more likely than passenger car occupants to die in a motor vehicle crash and were 4 times more likely to be injured. This Labor Day weekend, the U.S. Department of Transportation's National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, known as NHTSA, is working together with law enforcement community to decrease impaired driving. NHTSA and the Exeter Township Police Department are working tirelessly to spread the word about the dangers of drug-impaired driving and to remind all drivers, if you plan to use drugs, plan ahead for a sober driver. If you feel different, you drive different. Drive high and get a DUI. If you're planning to use marijuana or other drugs, do not drive. Designate a sober driver or use public transportation or a ride-sharing service. Someone who's high shouldn't be making decisions about driving. That's why planning ahead is key. According to NHTSA, between 2009 and 2018, of those killed in crashes and tested for marijuana, the presence of marijuana had nearly doubled. In 2018, 46% of all drivers who were killed in crashes were tested for drugs, tested positive. It doesn't matter what term you use, if a person is feeling high, buzzed, stoned, wasted, or drunk, he or she is impaired and should never get behind the wheel. In every U.S. state and territory, it is legal to drive under the influence. Whether the drug is legal or not, drug-impaired driving poses a threat to drivers, passengers, and other road users. I can tell you from firsthand experience as a law enforcement officer with 28 years of experience, there's nothing more terrifying and heartbreaking than knocking on someone's door at 4 o'clock in the morning and telling them that their loved one has just passed as a result of a DUI crash. Well, I think one of the most important things that the public can do is have a designated driver. If you know you're going to be out, whether it's at a bar or if you know you're going to be using legal drugs or illegal drugs, make sure that you have a designated driver. That's the first and most important step. If you don't have a designated driver, the great thing about today is there are plenty of ride-sharing services out there, Uber, Lyft, and the other services out there. Plan ahead, make sure you have those services available to you and utilize them if you think that you're going to be partaking in alcohol or drugs. In the community here, our officers utilize DUI checkpoints. Also, our officers are very proactive in ensuring that the motoring public is safe on the streets each and every day. That includes DUI enforcement. Our officers make a significant number of DUI arrests every year.